Okay, I'm sitting here with the wonderful Teddy Belafonte, Mr. Teddy B, the author of The Life and Times of Theodore P. Belafonte. How you doing today, my man?
I'm good, bro. I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Shouts out to Jellystone Studios for hosting us. Shout out DJ Harrison.
Shout out you.
All right, man. Let's get straight into it. So, how'd you get started writing stories? Like, how'd you figure out your knack that you had a gift for writing?
I mean, yeah, low key, shit was in my genes. My mom used to write church plays. She used to write church plays, poetry, shit like that when I was growing up. My dad's just funny. Like, I got my dad's sense of humor. I got my mom's knack for writing. I think writing started like 4th or 5th grade. You know, you got like, they give you like a creative writing prompt. You kind of do what you want, have fun. Well, I used to have fun with it. So, and then I guess it resurfaced. Like in college, I took a creative writing course, and that's really where I realized like this shit is fun. And then once Facebook started letting you like write statuses and shit, I started either posting one-liners or I started posting like little stories or shit. You know, funny thing happened to me today, type shit.
Yeah, I remember back in college, 07, 08, you did have them funny statuses.
Yeah.
Everybody used to talk about you back in the day. Were you always Teddy back then, or was it something different?
I think the first time I got called Teddy, I was in the 9th grade. I lived in West Virginia. This is right when Ruben Studdard came out. So Gladys Knight called him Teddy Bear. They started calling fat niggas teddy bears, yo. And yeah, so that's how I first started. And then like once I got on Facebook, like in college, when I found out you could change your government name, I was like, I gotta put some like at least nice shit on this. So I just put Teddy. First it was I think Garrick Teddy B. Adams. Like, I think you had to have. You remember you had to have like your government name on Facebook. Yeah, you still had to have some part of your government name on there. And then
was Luther Vandross?
No, it was so Luther. I don't even know where Luther Vandross came from. I think it was just me, like just making funny names up, and I was like, "Look, yo, Luther Vandross." I know for a fact ain't a website named Luther Vandross. Guarantee that. So yeah, I went on ahead. I was like, shit, let's roll with this. This shit ain't nobody gonna bite it unless they seen it here. But I already done paid for the domain. So yeah, Luther Vandross. That's just some shit I thought of. It was funny. I just jumped at it. Teddy. Yeah, Teddy was like some old. I added the Belafonte like years later, but
and you started popping on social media and stuff before the book.
Yeah, before. That's why I wrote the book. Well, okay, so I was popping on social media. As far as like just writing status, people like, oh, your shit funny. Like I go to class, and people how you don't talk to people in your class, but like you friends with them on social media.
Oh yeah.
Somebody just look back and be like, yo, you a funny motherfucker, and I be like, your word. So somebody.
You was don't lie. Were you feeling yourself the first time?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then somebody said, you should blog because your status is basically blog, so you should just get into blogging. And I was like, yeah, I'll try it out. So I got into blogging, started sharing my shit. People actually fucked with it.
Really?
Yeah. So I started blogging, and then like I had so many blogs. I was writing like a blog a week. Like when I was in grad school, that's why I dropped out of grad school the first time, because I was writing blogs in class instead of actually learning shit. I was just in class writing. I was in class writing blogs.
So that formed into you writing this book.
Yeah,
The Life and Times of Theodore P. Belafonte, excuse me, which came out July 25th, 2019.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what was the inspiration behind those stories? Did you like incorporate those Facebook statuses into it? Like what inspired you to write some of the crazy stories that are inside of this book?
So some of the stories was like I guess extensions. Like so on Facebook, I think you still had like a character limit too on Facebook, so I couldn't say so much, but I give them like a little preview. And then like on the blog, I would write the whole thing out. And I had so many blogs, I was like, this shit need to be a book. So that's how I made the book. But as far as like I wanted to do stand up, but like I'm shy. And stand up is like an art that I ain't gonna say I'll never be there. I ain't there right now.
Do you plan on eventually going into that someday?
It might happen, you know. So I be practicing in the shower and shit. Yeah, so it might.
You're a funny dude. You're a funny cat. You're a funny cat.
It might happen one day, but like for the time, especially in 2019, I just wrote everything I would, all the stories I would tell. I just wrote it down.
And in some of your character names, like Scootinator and stuff, like how'd you come up with those names?
Scootinator in particular, because it was just this big ass redneck. He was built like a fucking robot. This was the beginning of me being a conspiracy theorist. At the tender age of 14, I saw this dude, and I just knew that somewhere in 1967, Bull Connor was in a lab in Alabama with a bunch of Klan scientists working on a series of redneck cyborgs to send to the future and terrorize black folk. This dude was just huge for no damn reason. He looked like a shoulder wearing tight jeans and a tight ass white tee. He's built like the Terminator, and I know the Scooter is like stereotypical name, like stereotypical redneck name. So yeah, Scootinator. But like as far as name, I ain't want to put nobody government, because you know it'd be some hijinks in my book. So I ain't want to put nobody government in there, my homeboy.
So there's a little truth behind some of these stories.
No, these stories is true. I be exaggerating sometimes, but this shit happened. I mean, there's some what I say, tall tales, urban legends. There's some urban legends in there.
Right.
Because I'll meet somebody that's like just interesting to me, and they'll say some shit, and I'll be like, yo, that's funny. I just wonder about like his background. Like I know this nigga. It's on the blog. It's not in the book because I wrote it after. But I used to work with this nigga. He was like 6'5", like 250. He was built like a power forward, but he could dance his ass off. Like the nigga could fucking dance. Like the nigga knew If It Isn't Love by New Edition. You knew that whole dance routine and would fuck it up. Like he would do a phenomenal job. But he's tall as fuck, so he kicking shit over because he's just tall as hell. But like he's nice. He's just tall as fuck.
Tall as shit.
And I'm like, why are you so big and you can move like that? So I just created my own story about him. Like he grew up fighting niggas to make money to pay for dance lessons. Like that was my story I made up. I don't fucking know if it's true. But that's the story I made up for him because he's a tall, big ass dancing nigga. So
man, I say there's a talent in that, just the way people could just to make up stories and stuff like that, make it hilarious, man. You definitely got a gift. So let's dive into this book a little bit. So talk about, there is we did bring up how there is some real things that you did incorporate in this book, and I noticed that you started out talking about your father.
Yeah.
So why was it important for you to add that in the book, especially at the beginning?
Because like I said before, I got my dad's sense of humor. Like to the T. Like even my mama, and they ain't been married. Well, I mean, my dad passed away, but like even before then, my parents appreciate you. My parents divorced when I was 3. But like even like when I was growing up, I'd say some funny shit or just some ignorant shit. My mom like, you just like your damn father. So like I think it was important to acknowledge the person who gave, both people that gave me the gift, because I acknowledge my mom's too, but just to pay homage to the person who gave me, the gift and inspired a lot of my stories in there. So
yes,
yeah,
it's definitely beautiful. I mean, I love the first story where you guys are talking about the swimming pool, and your dad was like, "Jump."
Nigga made me jump off.
That's probably one of my favorite parts of the audiobook. Jump. And it's like so funny. How was it, being raised like that? He seemed like he was pretty stern father, but he always had your back. It was like the
stereotypical Southern dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm from North Carolina. My dad from North Carolina. I mean, like you know how black parents is. They be talking. talking shit about you to your face, but they be hype you up when they talk to other people.
Yeah.
It's like I remember like climbing this high dive, cause he had been asking me. He used to take me to the pool like every other day, and he was like, "We ain't gonna jump off the high dive." He always fuck the low dive up. He like, "We ain't gonna jump off the high dive." Like, I do it one day, so I climbed up there. That bitch just got bigger. And I wanted to come down, and he told the lifeguard not to let me down. I was like, that's fucked up. But yeah, I wound up jumping off, and when I jumped off, like, you know, I looked up, he was smiling, and then like on the way when we got home, because this was before they had like cell phones and shit. So when we got home, he just called everybody, like my aunt, my mama, and told them I jumped off the high dive because he was proud. And I was like, you know, that's some shit. Like even with my son now, I like push him to do stuff. And then
did you see some of your dad?
Got too much of my dad.
And raising your son sometimes?
I see too much sometimes. I scare myself.
Yeah, I can tell your dad meant a lot because I was like, you start your book off with, you know, definitely the condolences, and then you followed it with such a funny ass story, man. I'm like, that's when I'm like, man, yeah, we on to something with this book.
Like I said, I got my mom's writing skills, and I think part of her creativity too. But I mean, I guess like as far as the book go, it's just my mom she ain't never, I guess, question. Like I told her, like, you know, she read my stuff and she like, "Oh, you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to write." And she like, "Okay, I like that. You're a good writer."
So she kind of inspired you to keep going with it.
She did, and it mean a lot because like my mom is like super successful, and I haven't even made it like close to her level yet. But it's just the fact that she really thinks I can do something with writing that is a part of what keeps me going. Because she really, I guess, if she compared me to like her friends' kids, I probably sound terrible. Like my son just bought a Tesla. Oh, mine, I mean, he writes shit, but like,
you know what I mean? Kind of wild.
Yeah. So the fact that she still, you know, believe in me and all that, it speaks volumes. So yeah, it's like one of my biggest motivations. Because at some point, I do gotta take off further with this shit, so I can buy her a beach house.
So you got big plans with this?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's dig deeper into the book. I noticed earlier that there's a couple of videos on YouTube with videos containing content of your book, and you got members of Butcher Brown playing behind chapter 3, which is chapter 3 is personally my favorite chapter, Scootinator, and I just want to, you know, let's deep dive into that a little bit. How did you get Corey Fonville and DJ Harrison to do that? Like that was incredible, man.
No, it was. That shit is like
it's hilarious.
It's so I met DJ Harrison in high school. I knew him in high school. We didn't get cool till college days. We just had a mutual friend. I mean, we went to different schools, but we had a mutual friend that I guess got us closer. He'd smoke me out. I'd make him laugh, all that, you know what I'm saying? We used to just always kick it. He was from Petersburg, but he went to VCU, so he ain't mind coming to get me when I went to VSU and take me downtown to Richmond. And this is what he was doing. I think this before he was DJ Harrison. He was just doing like, you know, little gigs, little jazz gigs, and now he's like that nigga. But it's just crazy because, like, I mean, I still like not to take away from what he's done because he's an amazing producer, but it'd be like I look at him, I'd be like, oh man, that's my boy. I'd be seeing him and then like I go on his Instagram and he got just like fans,
all sorts of stuff,
like just so it's like he and he'll introduce me, like he'll tell people about me, whatever. So like I think I went to a club one night, he's performing with Butcher Brown, and I met Tenny. And shout out to Tennis Shoe. And I introduced myself. I like, what up? I'm Teddy. And he's like, oh, you to do with the blog? Chalk told me about you. I was like, word. And then DJ Harrison come up. He's like, oh, this is my boy Garrett. He's like, oh, Garrett, you a funny motherfucker. Yeah. Like, you know, so I met all of them just like, you know, cracking jokes, having DJ Harrison, you know, playing some of my shit. So Corey, like, when I asked could he like help me with a video, he jumped had the opportunity, which hyped me up because like this is you type these niggas' names in Google, they got actual profiles and shit on Google. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got a fan base, so that shit was big. So that's how it happened. Just
definitely hilarious video, man. I definitely watched it a couple of times. Once for the video, then a couple of times for the content and just soaking in. You got to watch it a couple of times for everything to soak in.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's dope, man. So, more about this book. What would you say is your favorite chapter?
I think my favorite chapter is Mike Don't Make It. I don't know what number. I think it's chapter 6. Mike Don't Make It. The story with the girl. I raised my voice at her and she came at me with the hammer. Ho, shut up, because this don't concern you. How? Damn it. Smack myself in the head because I knew I messed up. Next thing I knew, the damn hammer came through the door. And honestly, I almost shit myself. That was probably the realest shit I ever seen in my life. She ran her own door to get to me. She really wanted to beat my ass with that hammer. I needed to get the fuck up out of there. Yeah, that shit it's just funny. Like, I mean, it wasn't funny when it happened, but it's just it's a funny story to tell. Like, it's just.
I'm glad you're here now. Is that you still keep in contact with that individual at all?
We Facebook friends still, but
I guess that counts.
Yeah, it counts.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we Facebook friends, but that's about it. Like,
yeah, that was definitely one of those wild chapters. Like, I couldn't believe it. So, and then, if that was your favorite chapter, what do you think is the funniest chapter? You know, that was your favorite. What do you think is the funniest?
I do think Scootinator's up there.
Yeah, give us like a couple of times.
I say Scootinator, just off top. So,
I like chapter 9. Chapter 9, strip club etiquette and hacks.
That took some
dance.
Yeah, that took some time right there.
Would you say you was where did that story come from? You was a strip club.
I was a strip club connoisseur, bro. I was
you really
single.
broke it down with that one.
I used to go. I had a homeboy. We used to just randomly hit each other up. Like, do you want to go to the strip club? I was waiting tables at the time, so I was waiting tables, and I didn't have any kids, so I was making enough money to do stupid shit, or like I could buy clothes and do stupid shit and still survive.
Yeah.
Like, so I used to,
oh man,
we used to get fresh and go to the strip club. Like, we used to hit the strip club up randomly. It got to the point where the strip club was like my safe haven. I would go. This girl broke up with me one time. I was hurt. I went to a strip club on a Monday. Yeah, I was in Daddy Rabbit's on a Monday, and that shit. That shit was sad.
I want to say we all been there.
Yeah, but, I don't think so. But like that, I was there. That shit was sad. But like it was, I don't know.
It helped you get through something.
It helped me get through it, bro. Like it's just, it's just you. I went in the strip club on a Monday. It was me, the DJ. It was a nigga in the corner. It was like some old nigga in a janitor uniform in the corner, and like 4 strippers. That's it. I walked. It was so empty. I walked, and the DJ looked at me. He's like, what you want to hear? He's like, you the only one here. So.
Is that who put you onto the etiquette to hacks? Or
he put me on. So I learned the etiquette just by like personal experience and like people watching. So I say like don't be niggas go to a strip club. They ain't never been around women before. They just lose their mind. I'm like, bro, that's like it's very strange. Niggas really act strange around strippers.
I've definitely seen it.
Yeah, and I was just like, bro, all you gotta do is be, I guess just like in life, bro, just be cool. I sit in the back, I got 10 ones. I done folded them bitches up so much, it looked like 100. And I sit in the back and just hold them bitches up folded. And they come over to me. They be like, oh, you got a couple dollars for me? I pull out 2, I got 8 left. She don't know I got 8 left, but I got 8 left. I pull out 2, give her a little something. She make her cheeks clap a couple times, and I'm good. I still got $8 left. I can do that 4 more times.
You got this planned out. I see.
Yeah.
I can do that 4 more times. I'm weak. And then, just talking more about the book, some of the other chapters, talk about just funniest chapters. Chapter 20, I think, is when you're talking about, I think chapter 20 is what not to do during the interview. And he turned into the Hulk.
I went to the, I was in college. They used to make us do like mandatory interviews. Like every time a company came to visit campus, we would get graded on going to the interview, and they would tell like our professor how we did the interview. So I went. I was rushing. I wasn't even staying at campus at this point, so I was rushing to get to the interview. And I got there, and like she asked me like a couple regular questions, and then she asked like what cartoon character do you most identify with? I won't even think. I just said Incredible Hulk. And then she said, why? And I realized what I already said was stupid. But, like, it was too late. So, like, she was like, because I wouldn't like you when you was angry. And I just kind of got quiet. She was like, okay. And then, like, yeah, like, after the interview, she was like, yeah, I wouldn't say that again. And I was like, nah,
So she kind of looked out for you, kind of?
Like, no, she ain't look out because she fucking told my professor I said that shit. And then my shirt was... So this is the shit that actually fucked me up because my shirt was inside out. But it was a dress shirt. So I buttoned the dress shirt up inside out. That's what I don't know how I probably couldn't even do it now if I tried. Like I buttoned the shirt from the bottom to the fucking neck. It's inside out.
Iggy said that's skill.
She was like, yeah, your shirt's inside out.
Oh,
and she was like, and you supposed to wear a suit to an interview. I ain't have a suit. So I just had to wear it. Yeah, I was like 19.
So are most of these chapters from like your early 20s? You would say
like so the oldest one, yeah, it's kind of broken up actually. So it starts off with like
I know you
childhood stories
about Joe.
That's probably my oldest. Yeah, Papa Bear Chronicles. That's probably my oldest.
Papa Bear Chronicles, chapter 30.
Yeah, I was 25. I had my son when I was 25. So that's the oldest, but I guess like the earliest chapter I was 8. So yeah, from 8 to 25, there's stories from the age of 8 to 25 in this book.
Show the camera the book, man. You gotta show, what we working with. Break the character a little bit. Yeah, go cop that
that's
book.
That's me.
Audio book. So tell the people why they should cop this audio book. Like,
you should cop. So all right, I'm like, I love black people. I'm proud to be black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Niggas don't read.
Yeah. It's some real shit.
I'm just learning, because it's been such a... Since the book came out, it's been a lot of, I love the book. I done read it like 3-4 times. Or it's been like, bro, I bought the book because I fuck with you, but I ain't sitting down reading that shit.
Yeah.
Now, if you put out an audio book, I sit there and listen to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I guess I got to come out with an audio book. I gave you both. And then some people who read it, they be like, I already know. Like when the videos came out, they be like, the story was 10 times funnier just because I could hear you saying it.
Right. Now you get your voice in it and you read the stories and stuff. Man, I can tell you, it was a pleasure recording this with you, man.
Likewise, man.
We've been through a lot recording this audio book. Shouts out for
it's been a journey, yo. Yeah,
been a journey. Shout out to Jellystone. Shout out to DJ Harrison for helping us through this. And it was a pleasure working with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It
was awesome. Y'all better go out there and cop this audio.
Get that joint, man.
It's really hilarious. And then you're getting it. You're actually reading everything, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So I mean, the audience, they're gonna be hype about that.
Yeah.
Hearing it from your mouth. Pause. But man, it's been exciting. The journey's been exciting.
Yes, sir.
Man, so is there any last words you want to say? You want to get off?
The next book coming out soon.
Oh, okay. Get into it a little bit.
The next joint, Lights, camera, gosh almighty. It's a
lights, camera,
gosh almighty. So it's like it's like reading a sketch show. It's like reading like an episode of like In Living Color or something. It's just like a bunch of short like skits I wrote during the pandemic. I ain't had shit else that I worked and came home.
So like a continuation of this book.
Well, nah. So like, Life and Times is like, I guess me doing like stand up, like just telling you about my life and shit, just making jokes out of it. But Lights, Camera, Gosh Almighty, just me writing like I got some like sci-fi shit in there. I got some thriller, horror skits. It's all like got a comedy undertone, but just me trying my hand at different genres. Just I wanted to record them all, but that shit is fucking expensive. Yeah. So I just wrote it down and put it in a book. And I said somebody gonna fuck with it, and then I'll take it from there. But yeah, it's just like reading a sketch show, reading an episode of Mad TV or some shit. So yeah.
And shout out to the Africana Fest.
Yeah. So the Africana Film Festival at the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts in Richmond. My script, Revenge is a Must, got chosen for a finalist for the screenwriting competition. So I got a table read sometime the weekend between the September 15th and 17th. Got a table read. So yeah, if you in town, check that out. Yes, I'm speaking into existence. I'm gonna, we're gonna do good, and we're gonna, yeah.
Man, that's big, man. That's big. Any merch in the future?
Definitely want to do some merch.
Some Gosh Almighty hoodie.
Yeah. I did a test run for the Gosh Almighty hoodie.
We need the streets need those.
Fall, fall coming back around. I want to do some t-shirts. I just be like, I be wanting to put like some like ignorant shit on t-shirts. But like my mama, like my mom's like a devout Christian.
She ain't going for it.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, yo, I saw your son. Your son had a t-shirt that said, if I could touch the hem of that mouth, where can I get one? I just can't imagine nobody asking my mom that. So that's why they can't. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say after that. Well, I do look forward to the merchandise in the future.
Yeah, it's coming though. It's coming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Teddy P. Belafonte in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. Love y'all.
I said, stand up. This was all over the seat. I was having a good time. The dress was short, so I thought, my nasty ass, she might be alright. I ran to the bathroom and came back, right at her seat, just right. And the puddle of piss under her seat started cleaning under that motherfucker. And she said, take me home, please. I said, shit, so what? She apologized the whole way home. And I actually wasn't mad, because I like her that much. I was willing to look PTP, pass the piss.